You ride with a prince. Fishpole, we don't need no tent. Yeah. Jumping like double dutch. Baby, this your chance. Don't fuck it up. All rides got switches. Stick final tonight. Come on. You already know the name. Yeah. From state to state, it's still the same. You do it. It's easy, right? Got no time for you. Not a second. I'm a player. Respect the game. Respect this. Come on.
Shoptalk 7, we up top, but we get down. It's your boy GetThisD. DSmith in the building, man. Yeah, I'm back. I know it's been a couple weeks. Took a couple breaks, man. Had to put in a little time at a bottle service and some personal things, but I am back, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Shoptalk 7. GetThisD R&B Thursday nights, man. Let's go ahead and keep it going. Shout out to the bro, Ben One, man. Dry. Let's go ahead and kick off this R&B session, baby. GetThisD R&B Thursday nights. Let's get it off with the boy Ben One. Dry. Shoptalk 7. Let's go.
Now with my Radio Chicago.
Okay, apparently that was just a promo. That was not even a song. But you know what is a song? Shout out to the boy. Tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back to Ben One. And we're gonna go back to Masterpiece. Shout out to the boy Joe Rilla. Shout out to Joe Rilla, the Chicago Rilla, man. Ben One. Shout out to the boy Joe Rilla featuring Ben One. Masterpiece. Talk 7. GetThisD R&B Thursday nights. Let's go.
Special dedication. Mr. Joe Rilla, the Chicago Rilla. Mr. Ben One. She tat it up. She tat it up. Yeah, she tat it up. Yeah, she tat it up. She tat it up. Yeah, she tat it up. I just love your body, how you tat it up. She tat it up. She tat it up. Yeah, she tat it up. Yeah, she tat it up. She tat it up. She tat it up. I just love your body, how you tat it up. Hit the club, I'm drunk as fuck. Seen this chick, she tatted up. She got a tatted face with a tatted neck. Tatted in a tatted butt. Big booty with a butterfly. Wait for work, baby, make it fly. Leaned over to the bartender, told her double scotch, baby, make it dry. Let her moves all black ink. Star like a work of art. If life was a movie, baby, yeah, you play the perfect part. White girls and black girls, Asians and Mexicans, go crazy with the body paint. They got a canvas made out of skin like. She tat it up, she tat it up, yeah, she tat it up, yeah, she tat it up, she tat it up, she tat it up. I just love your body, how you tat it up. She tat it up, she tat it up, yeah, she tat it up, yeah, she tat it up, she tat it up, yeah, she tat it up. I just your body, how you tat it up. Just on your body look like party. Hard work on a Ferrari. Girl, hold it up for it. You know that I'm coming through. I'll be looking them tested in black and blue. 'Cause you're a masterpiece, girl. You're my Mona Lisa. I will never leave you. Get sexy in the mirror, then post. Let me see you. Before the night is over, I'ma do you right. Please, tat it up, baby. Yeah, she tat it up. She tat it up. She tat it up. Yeah, she tat it up. She tat it up. I just love your body, how you tat it up. She tat it up. She tat it up. She tat it up. Yeah, she tat it up. She tat it up. She tat it up. I just love your body, how you tat it up. Ooh, I love your body.
What's good, y'all? It's the boy Troach, man. Right now, you checking in with the bros. Get this D and Media Monics right here on Shop Talk 7 on my radio Chicago, where it's more than radio. It's Troach.
Top Talk 7, we up top, but we get down. It's your boy Get This D, man, on another Thursday night right here in the shop, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Whether you guys are tuning in on Facebook, YouTube, StreamYard, the Roku app, whether you guys are hitting us up at www.supportdistrictradio.com/stations/Chicago, whether you guys are tapping in on SDR app for the iPhone or the Android, which you can download. You can download it now, okay? So tap in there, or you can hit us up at the Live 365 app. You can download that as well. All right. Make sure you tap in on all platforms. Okay. Support District Radio Network, My Radio Chicago, Shop Talk 7. We up top, but we get down, baby. Yeah. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. I appreciate y'all, man. For real. Much love. Listen, like, share, subscribe. Hit us up in the chat. Let me know y'all in here, man. Say hello. I want to give some love to everybody that's tuning in. Shout out to Yvette Chavez showing up. Hey, sweetheart, how you doing? Yeah. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. Out there in the Facebook world. Yeah. No, you in YouTube world. Shout out to YouTube, man. Yeah. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to King Carpet in the building. What's going on, brother? Yeah, that's okay. It's okay. We got shrimp somewhere else, though. Shout out to everybody, man. Much love. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Get This D R&B Thursday night on here on my radio Chicago, man, where it is more than radio. Shout out to the boy Bibbs, man. Bel Air Bibbs, host of Bottle Service Podcast going on right now as well, man. Shout out to the whole crew. Shot Blizz, the crown holder. Shout out to Kiki Cocktails. When she poured up, we drank it up, man. Shout out to the homegirl, Robin E. and Aqua the Vibe, man, the whole Bottle Service Podcast crew. And shout out to Shop Talk 7. Shout out to the whole squad, man. Make sure y'all tune in every Tuesday and Wednesday nights for the Social Experiment. All right, tapping in on R&B Tuesday nights with the homegirl Nanette and the homeboy Smooch Wallace, along with the bro from the VNO podcast, man. Shout out to the bro Ron Reed, man. Make sure y'all tap into them on R&B Tuesdays and Wednesday nights, man. They are doing Reckless Wednesday nights as well. So tap in with the crew on Reckless Wednesdays as well. And also, artists, if you guys want your music reviewed, make sure you send it in to Review Fridays, man. Hosted by the boy Cypher Sig, man, one of the hottest artists in Chicago right now, man. Make sure y'all tap into the bro every Friday night right here on my radio Chicago. Send your music in for peer-to-peer review, okay? We got other artists that come on here. We got producers that come on here. We got other personalities that come on here, and they help us review music as well. So it's not just our opinion. We actually get in the collective opinion, and you actually get some feedback, all right? So make sure you can use the feedback as well. So shout out to everybody who supported Review Friday, and keep supporting Review Friday by sending in your music for review. All right, so much love to the whole Shop Talk 7 crew, and also much love to the boy Media Monics, man. Get well soon, man. You are in our prayers. Make sure everybody send your prayers, send your text messages, send your calls, send your inboxes, send your love to the homeboy Media Monics, man. Okay, make sure you show him some love. Okay, he will be back soon, but right now you gotta rest up. Bro got to rest up, all right? So make sure y'all send your love, and show your love to the bro Media Modest, man. Get well soon once again, okay? Big shout out to Miss Coco, all right? Much love to everybody tuning in once again. Listen, we're gonna get into some shop biz. I ain't gonna hold y'all. We're not gonna hold y'all. We're gonna get right into the mess, man, right into the business, man, so we can go ahead and get to it and get out of here, okay? First things first, man. We're gonna hit up with this first shop biz question of the night. Is dressing sexual the same as thinking sexual? No, a lot of people say you can't judge a book by its cover. A lot of people say just because I dress a certain way or just because a person dresses a certain way doesn't mean anything. It really just is how they feel. It's just, it's expression. That's all. It's just clothes. But we're going to talk about it, all right? But on the other end of that, y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. Get your comments ready. Make sure you hit up the chat and let us know what you think about it, okay? But we're going to get into it in a minute. But before we do that, let's get into this music, man. Shout out to the homeboy, Johnny P. Way to go. It's not even here. But I tell you what, we're going to hit us with a video. All right, let's get a video going. Shout out to the homegirl, Nina Ross, man. Stars. Shop Talk 7, man. Get this the R&B Thursday nights. Let's go.
We catch a vibe in the moonlight. All you see is stars. When you fucking with me, I already know that it feels right. A feeling that we both hope it never. You got potential, I'll try not to miss you. I'm feeling you and I know you feel me too. I like your aura, you don't give a fuck. You blessed, you not lucky, my little bug. Give me that boost, boost. We catch a vibe in a minute, we finna get loose. You feel it too, ooh, make an excuse. Tell her don't wait up for you, yeah. High vibing, I'm on you, yeah. I'm on you, yeah. We catch a vibe in the moonlight. All you see is stars. When you fucking with me, I already know that it feels right. A feeling that we both hope and never leave. We catch a vibe in the moonlight. All you see is stars. I already know that it feels right. A feeling that we go hard. All you see is stars. We go hard. All you see is stars. When you fucking with me, all you see is stars. We go hard. All you see is stars. Ooh, I can be your light anytime you need it. And if you ain't teasing, baby, you can tease it, yeah. See my silhouette in the moonlight, and we can make it easy. Have you seen stars? You be seeing stars, seeing stars. Have you seen stars? Seeing. Have you seen stars? You be seeing. Have you seen stars?
When you touch my body, you got me weak, got my knees to give out. When you put me to sleep, I know I'm his favorite. Got me tight as a girdle. When he calls my name, I'm his little squirtle. When I'm in beast mode, ain't sure stopping this. Deep down I feel you, baby, in my esophagus. Drip, drip down, creamy, screaming. It's where we at. Out of mind, out of body, boy, when you attack. When we shaking it up, you fucking me up, fucking up the headboard. When the neighbors come knocking, they hit me screaming out to God. You got me in the chokehold. Chokehold. You got me in the chokehold. And I love it, 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 I love it. Boy, you got me in the chokehold. And I love it, I love it.
Baby, let me see it. Can I touch and rub it just like that? Baby, let me see it. Can I touch and rub it just like that? Baby, let me see it. Can I touch and rub it just like that? Can I touch and rub it?
And I love it, I love it.
I love it, I love it. I hug it and squeeze it. I like to get drunk, then I suck and I fuck it. He like to rub on it, and pump it, pumping and pumping. He got me thumping, feel like we making a baby or something. I like when he munching and taking his time, deep in it like he in a drown. Think I'm falling in love when he lick. Like I'm gonna need drugs, I'ma never give me love. Why? Doing shit I don't usually do, but you beautiful. You kinda good, but I'm thinking I can do to you. But you can't never tell nobody what I do to you. He said,
Chokehold. You got me in the chokehold. You got me in the chokehold. You got me in the chokehold. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Boy, you got me in the chokehold. And I love it. Dinner time, this be on your plate. Right up on your face. Ooh, yeah. Judas today. That's what I'ma say. You filling me up. Filling me up, yeah. Take it out, baby. Then I swallow it up, yeah. Freaky shit, activated mode up, yeah. Now I got you inside my belly. So cold. You got me in the chokehold. You got me in the chokehold. You got me in the chokehold. And I love it. You got me so. And I love it.
Shout out to the boy Smooch Wallace, man. Shout out to Smooch Wallace, man. Ain't no rush. Shout out to the boy Bad the producer on the track as well. Let's go ahead and get it. Shoptalk 7, get this.
Slow and smooth and fast, baby. Take it easy. Slow. The lights down low, the tempo's up. The vibes real smooth, so you won't show love. Real niggas throw it up. Pretty girl, show love. Pour another toast up. Cameraman's out, gotta get the close up. We're about to lock in. Go back to the spot with my kin. Shawty at the bar with a friend. Riding around, we drinking. Yeah, me right like Sensei. Baby, got me thick like Kim K. So we walked over to the DJ, and she said, I know you're trying to get turned over, yeah. There ain't no rush, no rush in it. No rush, I know the party's real turned up, but DJ, there ain't no rush, no rush in it. No rush, I know the party's real turned up, but DJ, there ain't no rush, no rush, no rush. Can we slow the tempo down, please, DJ? There ain't no rush, no rush in it, yeah. No rush, yeah. Party's jumping, the mood is right. Hands on her, she can feel the vibe. Drink is flowing, we can take a ride. Slow it down, I'ma take my time. Slow and smooth as fast. Watch you while you shake that. In a circle, throw it back. Toxic king, you know I'm bad. We're about to lock in. Go back to the spot with my kid. Shawty at the bar with her friends. Riding around, we drinking. Yeah, let me right like Sensei. Baby, music like Kim K. So we walked over to the DJ, and she said, I know you're trying to get turned, but yeah. There ain't no rush, no rush in it. No rush, I know the party's real turned up, but DJ, there ain't no rush, no rush in it. No rush, I know the party's real turned up, but DJ, there ain't no rush, no rush, no rush. Can we slow the tempo down, please, DJ? There ain't no rush, no rush in it, yeah. No rush, yeah. DJ, slow it down. Vibe is right, mood is right, yeah. Please, for me, yeah.
It's more than radio. It's true.
Shoptalk 7, we up top, and we get down. Your boy Get This D. DSmith in the house. Thank y'all for tuning in to another Get This D R&B Thursday nights. Yeah. Yeah, y'all already know what it is, man. Thank y'all for tuning in once again. Whether you guys are tuning in on Facebook, YouTube, StreamYard, or the Roku app, hitting us up at www.supportdistrictradio.com/stations. Whether you guys are hitting us up at YouTube, I said Facebook, Roku app, the SDR app, which you can download for the iPhone or the Android, or download the Live 365 app. So there's no excuse. You can catch up with us. All right. Support District Radio Network, My Radio Chicago, Shop Talk 7. We up top, but we get down. Yeah. We do get down. All right. Let's go ahead and get off into it, baby. Let's get into it. We ain't gonna hold y'all. Let's go ahead and get into it, okay? Boom. First item up on deck right now. Is dressing sexual the same as thinking sexual? Now, I know this is a conversation that touches a lot of people. A lot of people don't like to talk about people being judged by how they dress. But I don't know. I feel like we need to talk about that a little bit more. Just a little bit. We ain't gonna spend a whole lot of time being a dead horse, but I definitely would like to know your thoughts and ideas, okay? First of all, shout out to the chat. Shout out to the girl Shoptalk in the building. I see you, sweetheart. I see you. I'm manning a couple different chats, so forgive me if I miss your comment. If you want your comment seen, make sure you go to the Shop Talk 7 media page, okay? You go there and tap into the live there, and your comments will show up here. And if you go to my page, they'll show up on my page. But I'll have to go to my chat to see them. All right, so please bear with me. I'll be bumping back and forth, okay? But in the meantime, in between time, got to give a shout out to the artists, man. Shout out to the soundtrack and every artist on it because it's stupid. All right, shout out to the girl Nina Ross. Keep bringing us into that music break with Stars, man. All you see is stars when you fucking with me. Shout out to the girl Nina Ross, man. Then we hit y'all with Nanette featuring Shauna, the legendary Shauna, man. Shout out to the girl Shauna, man. Shout out to Nanette, man. One of the hardest workers out here, man, getting it in. With Chokehold. Yeah, Chokehold. That sounds like an instructional video to me. So make sure y'all tap into that song as well. All right, then we hit y'all with Smooth Wallace, man. No Rush. Produced by the boy Bad the Producer, man. Bad been cranking out shit. This is off of that Hip Hop Days and Boogie Nights project. Make sure y'all tap into that album as well, man. Shout out to Smooth Wallace, man. Also one of the hosts on R&B 3Rzday nights as well as Reckless Wednesdays, okay, with the Social Experiment, man. So shout out to the whole squad. Shout out to every artist on the soundtrack, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get to it. Let's get to it. Is dressing sexual the same as thinking sexual? Let's be honest, okay? Don't you feel how you dress most of the time, right? If you don't feel that up and upbeat, you may not dress a certain way. You know what I mean? You may, just dress down. Let's put it that way. However, if you're feeling very, very festive, maybe you're feeling very, very celebratory, maybe you're feeling very, very excited and optimistic and motivated for the future, and so you want to dress in a way that kind of shows that, right? Well, okay, so you might put on whatever makes you feel good about yourself, whatever you feel like makes you look good and flatters your shape, whatever you may wear that may, make your shoulders, pop, for men. Because, it's a common myth that, women are the mirror goers and men don't. There's a lot of men who are very, 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 very calculated about how they present themselves. You know what I'm saying? And so if that's the case, if we can be calculated about how we present ourselves, is it so easy to dismiss someone dressing sexy? Is that something that we should look at and say that is just dress and that has nothing to do with thinking, right? Or do we say, well, maybe that's a element of the thinking? If you see somebody dressed in a suit and they got their chest, they got the chest out and they kind of got their head up, you would imagine that they feel pretty proud. You would imagine that they feel good in what they're wearing. So you would imagine that the suit or the dress is an extension of who they are or an extension of what they want you to see. So is it really easy to detach or divorce, a motive or how people think from what they dress or from what they wear? In some cases, it can be. Some cases, it's simply, this is how I'm dressing for the part, or I'm dressing for the role, or I'm dressing for the duty, and that's all it is. For example, if you're a Hooters girl, well, that's part of the outfit. That's part of the outfit. Hot pants is part of the outfit. So if you go to Hooters, who's to say that you're trying to dress sexually? It's just part of the outfit. That may not have anything to do with how you're thinking. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure most of the women that are working at Hooters are trying to fill orders and not trying to grab numbers. I'm almost certain. I'm pretty sure they're trying not to get your order wrong, as opposed to do people who find me attractive. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's the case. So in that particular instance, no, it doesn't. How somebody dresses is not the same as how they think. But let's put it in a situation of a party. Let's say you throw a birthday party, right? And let's say somebody comes into your birthday bar, dude comes into your birthday party, and he got on a big bright red suit, right? He's got on a big bright red suit. He's got on red shoes. He's got a red hat to go with it. Do you think he wants to be seen at your party, or do you think he's trying to play it low key? Just ask it. Just ask it. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe that person is really trying to play it low key. Maybe they really don't want to be seen. So maybe the attire that they're wearing to your party, there's a small chance that maybe they wore it with the intention of not being seen, right? But we also know that there's a really high chance that they wore that to be seen. So again, can we detach the dress from the thinking? In that particular case, I don't think we can, because it's obvious, right? It's kind of obvious. You know, okay, let's put it this way. Let's say a person decides to go online, right? So they want to go online and want to promote, or let's say they don't want to promote anything. Let's just say they just get online and they got on a fruit basket for a hat. Let's just say they do that. Let's just say that's what they do, right? And they take a picture, or they go on live and do a whole live with a fruit basket on their heads, right? Is it fair to say that person may want a little more attention than the average person who doesn't have a fruit basket on their head? Is that fair to say? It might be fair to say. So again, we're talking about, does dressing sexual equate to sexually thinking? I think in most cases, if you realize that you are sexy and you realize you're putting forth sexual energy, I think whether or not, the thinking is sexual. You would like to say that it's kind of obvious that the thinking is sexual, but that may not necessarily be the case all the time. You know what I'm saying? You can't really judge a book by its cover is what they say. But most times what's in the cover is a good indication of what may be in the book, And I would love to say that everybody deserves a chance or a fair shake to, either explain themselves or to be heard, and they do. But there are some obvious things that we can't dismiss as human beings. You know what I'm saying? We have signs that have crossbones on them. We got big red signs that say stop. We got lights at corners and shit to tell us when to do things, when not to do things. People want to advertise their businesses. They use certain font and certain colors. You know what I'm saying? Certain signage on buildings to advertise that we want people to come in and spend money. Certain colors. So all of this shit that we use is to trigger human activity. Everything. There's just damn near everything we do is centered to triggering us to do something else most of the time. So it's purposeful. Most things are purposeful. You don't get up and go to work dressed in your night clothes. You purposely put on some clothes that represent you and will represent the company in a certain way, right? And that's the truth. That's just the flat out truth. You don't see your kids going outside looking in your way because they represent you, correct? Okay, so if they go outside dressed a certain way, it may represent your parenthood in the wrong light. So you definitely will be on top of checking that. Okay, cool. So again, we can't detach. It's hard to detach how people dress to what they're thinking. I do know that I do realize that there's an area where that may not necessarily be true. How a person dresses may not have nothing to do with what they're thinking. Absolutely. I get that 1000%. But we can't deny that this is how human beings kind of learn from each other. This is also how human beings communicate. We use body language a lot of times. A lot of times people don't want to be bothered. You can tell by their body language. You can just tell. You can tell somebody who wants to be bothered with people and people who kind of want to be by themselves, kind of don't want the interaction. You know that there's a difference. You know that. Somebody who wants to talk will talk. Somebody who doesn't want to talk will refrain from talking. You know, it's just what they do, and you will pick up on that. You're not going to keep talking to somebody who is giving body language or is giving visual signals that they probably don't want to talk, even if they don't say it outright. You know, you can tell. You can tell when you get on somebody's nerves. You can feel the energy sometimes. You know, so we can't act as if how we represent ourselves doesn't hold weight in some shape or form. We can't act like how we present ourselves doesn't send messages and communicate to the people around us. That's just not accurate. It's not accurate, and it's not logical. You know what I'm saying? It's not logical to detach how a person's behaving, you know, to what they're thinking. If I'm robbing a bank, I'm probably robbing a bank because I think I need the money. You know what I'm saying? In some shape or form, I probably think something towards the money. So you can't detach actions and behaviors from thinking. You know what I'm saying? So I just think people need to think a little bit more about how they're behaving and think a little bit more about what they're displaying instead of trying to dumb everybody else down and tell them not to think what they could think looking at you or what they may think, you know, if they see you. And not to say that you have to worry about what people think, but we all do. We all care about what other people think. We do. There ain't nobody on this planet that just don't give a shit what nobody else think. And if you do, you're probably a very destructive person, and you probably don't have a lot of people around you that care about you enough for you to care what they think because you're destructive and nobody wants to bother with you. You know what I'm saying? So we got to stop acting as if, you know, a talking point can cover or give us cover for certain things. You know, we know what we do. We know, you know how you present yourself. You know what you mean when you present yourself. If I walk outside with jogging pants on and that's it, I'm slinging dick. I just tell you, that's what it's for. I'm just saying, y'all know what it is. You know what it is. You know what it is. You know, if we a dude that's out here, you got a six pack and you out here, you know, going to get the mail without a shirt on, stop it. You know, some of this shit kind of defies common sense. Some of it defies common sense. And this is a conversation that sometimes I feel stupid having because it's like, ain't it kind of obvious? But, you know, sometimes you got to circle the wagon a little bit because people will find their ways to justify things or make things irrelevant when they're everything but irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to throw that little out there for y'all. We're going to take another quick break, get into some music. All right, we're going to come on back and we're going to hop into the second Shop Biz topic for the night, okay? So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned, okay? Once again, shout out to everybody tuning in, whether you guys are tuning in on Facebook, YouTube, StreamYard, Roku app, SDR app for the iPhone or the Android, Live 365 app, which you can download. Hit us up on the web, www.supportdistrictradio.com/stations/Chicago. Okay, make sure you get up with us. All right, Shop Talk 7. We up top, but we get down. Let's get into this R&B. Shout out to the boy Trouble the Singer, man. Leaving Home. Shop Talk 7. Let's go.
Say what you want. Know your feelings. I see that you're mad at me, 'cause I'm only my family. This is what it is and it ain't what it ain't. Do that with your girl, so why you be playing? Don't even make no sense. You know, being a picket fence. You know that my girl exists, so you do that little thing with your tongue. When I call you up to have fun, hoping that a nigga gets sprung. Baby, I'm not into you. Things we do. This is the time now where you gotta pack your feelings up and back out. Yes, for when it was us, but shit is whack now. 'Cause you want a family with me, but I got one of those back at home. Maybe you should let this go. Say what you want.
Know your feelings so strong.
Keep on telling me with me is where you want to be. Waking up in my bed, you know what I'm saying. I got a woman, so no, you ain't staying. Don't even make no sense. Wanna move in my residence. You're not my woman, girl, you just my bitch. You do anything to get me strong. But when you can be my main one. But now you catching feelings, so I'm done. Baby, I'm not into you. But I love the things we do. I'm thinking that it's time now for you to pack your feelings up and ride out. We had fun when it was up and did it's whack now. You want a family with me? I wanna know where I can go.
Baby, you should stop. This ain't what you want. Know your feelings so strong. Leaving home. I didn't mean to hurt you, girl, 'cause I really did enjoy you, girl. All the attention, affection, the love we were making when I broke your back and on
I didn't mean to hurt you, girl. All the attention you showed me. I never want this to end, but baby, it's me and you showed me.
And so, this ain't what you want. Know your feelings.
Shout out to the boy Trouble the Singer. Let's keep it going. Shout out to YMDZ, man. Shout out to the YMDZ on the feature side. Shout out to the boy Duh, right way in the building, man. Duh featuring YMDZ, Vibrations. Shoptalk 7, Get This D R&B Thursday nights. Let's go.
Shawty so close, and why? Drop it real low, baby, why? Now we just cruising, and why? Never get confused, she my side. I love it when you style on mine. Good weed and D, bring it down on mine. I must proceed, baby, not on mine. Feel the vibration,
Two-step, you blessed. Still be moving whenever you do less. She bust it open just like it's a new chest. She got me hoping to go to a duplex. I'm just playing, let you with it. Cause you a gift no matter how you present it. Could never miss no matter how they defend it. Look like a crime that's been highly committed. Nighttime skylines and my ties. Sight lines in my eyes on her thighs. Her vibes coincide with my fly. No lie, connection feel like it's Wi-Fi. She 5'5" and climbing it like a high rise. She wine and killing it like it's 9 lives. I was fine until you came into my life. Can't rewind, I need you right here by my side.
So close, and why? Drop it real low, baby, why? Now we just cruising, and why? Never get confused, she my side. I love it when you style on mine. Good weed and D, bring it down on mine. I must proceed, baby, not on mine. Feel the vibration, baby. Shawty so close, and why? Drop it real low, baby, why? Now we just cruising, and why? Never get confused, she my side. I love it when you style on mine. Good weed and D, bring it down on mine. I must proceed, baby, not on mine. Feel the vibration, baby. We can vibrate back to my place. Tryna get you to stand by the skyscraper. Girl, I'm tryna get it in, baby, why wait? Even when you do that dance, make a thigh shake. I like the way you whine, baby. I like the way you smile, baby. You like it from behind, baby. Do more lick than you whine, baby. Now we in a ride, now we just cruise on. When I get inside, now she just moves on. We not even that high, we slow booze on. She know dizzy, that guy, no confusion. Sign on the door, this might take a while. Lying on the floor, you can't take it now. I put on the show, let me take a bow. Break it down, the Jamaican style. So close, drop it real low, baby, why? Now we just cruising, and why? Never get confused, she my side. I love it when you style on mine. Good weed and D, bring it down on mine. I must proceed, baby, not on mine. Feel the vibration, baby. Shawty so close, and why? Drop it real low, baby, why? Now we just cruising, and why? Never get confused, she my side. I don't run. Feel the vibration, baby. Baby, for your church.
Baby, I'm so glad to call you my baby. You, I'm mine, baby. Woo. I just wanna share with you and be put up. Ain't nothing out in the streets for me. Oh, I wanna be with you. Just wanna be with you. Ain't nothing out in the streets for me. Hey, 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 baby, you are what I need in my life, my baby. All I wanna do is make you happy. See that pretty smile up on your face, baby, every day. Hey, 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 oh baby, when it comes to loving you, it's easy, baby. And I can see us having many anniversaries. Baby. You and me, I just wanna share with you. With my baby, ain't nothing out in the streets for me. Oh no, nothing. I only wanna be with you. Only wanna be. Ain't nothing out in the streets for me. Ooh, baby, I pray that this love will last forever, baby. 'Cause I've seen it all and done it all, baby. And I know just what I want, and all I want is you. Ooh, baby, I want to walk down that aisle with you, baby. Jump the broom and make a happy life together. It's time for me to man up and just love you and just chill with you, my baby. Ain't nothing out in the streets for me. Oh no, nothing. I only wanna be with you, my baby. Ain't nothing out in the streets for me. Nothing at all. Hey. Hey, hey. Sometimes a man has to grow up, babe. I'm so glad I found your love, baby. Come on. You make me wanna dance, baby. Bring me joy. Oh, I feel good inside. I'm thankful 'cause I know you by my side. I just wanna chill with you, baby. Ain't nothing out in the streets for me. No, no, I only wanna be with you. Ain't nothing out in the streets for me. Nothing. I just wanna just wanna chill and be loyal. Ain't nothing out in the streets for me. To you, baby, baby. With you. Oh, baby. Ain't nothing out in the streets for me. I just wanna chill with you. Chill with you. Ain't nothing be loyal to you. Provide for you. Hey, I just wanna be with you, my baby. Ain't nothing out in the streets for me.
I'm listening to Shop Talk 7, Media Monics, Get This D, My Radio Chicago. Let's get it.
Yeah, Shop Talk 7, we up top and we get down. I'm your boy, GetThisD. DSmith in the house on another GetThisD R&B 3Rzday night. And of course, shout out to the soundtrack and every artist on it going crazy. Going crazy because it's just what the soundtrack does. I can't control it. You can't control it. All right, shout out to the soundtrack and every artist on it, okay? Where did we start off at? We started off with shout out to Trouble the Singer, man. We hit y'all with Trouble the Singer, man, Leaving Home. Trouble the Singer, one of the dopest R&B artists out here, man. Shout out tapped into, bro. Shout out to the collective as well, man. All right, then we hit y'all with the homeboy from Right Way. Shout out to Right Way in the building, man. Shout out to the boy Dub, man. Shout out to the boy Dub, man, featuring YMDZ. Vibrations. Body so good as you way. Man, you love when you way. Yeah, I'm gonna have Dub send me. He gonna email me the lyrics to that. I'm gonna learn the lyrics to that one day. Shout out to the crew on that one, man. Then we hit y'all with Slick J Adams, man, with Chill. Man, this right here is a joint. This don't make you want to get up and at least attempt to step, just attempt it. You ain't got to be able to step for real. But if you can do a little two-step, if you can handle a two-step, yeah, this is a joint for you, man. Shout out to the boy Slick J Adams, man, with Chill, dog. All right, shout out to the soundtrack and every artist on it. All right, every artist on it. Listen, let's go ahead and get off into the shop biz again, man. We got shop biz number 2. Shop biz topic number 2, man. Signs of deception, the common red flags of being less than forthcoming. All right, let's talk about this for a second, man, because in this day and age, those signs used to be kind of prevalent, but now I think it's a little different. I think signs of deception have graduated and evolved, so it's a little bit harder to gauge deception in certain places, in certain times, in certain areas. You know what I'm saying? Deception ain't always easy to spot. You know what I mean? Like, we're all on social media. You know, we're all on the internet. It's sometimes very, very easy for us to be deceived by things. You get what I'm saying? Like, for example, AI is all over the place. And, people are making all these different videos of themselves and, making videos of other people. And some of it looks very, very, very fucking real. It looks very real. Some of you got to look 3, 4, 5 times and squint and get real close to the screen and really kind of decipher whether or not that's real. Sleight of hand with words. You know what I'm saying? That's a very, very quick way of getting deceived. You know what I'm saying? There's so much rhetoric in the atmosphere, and we've been so programmed to just listen and pick and catch things and listen to stuff that sometimes we don't catch things. We catch certain things, but then other things go right underneath it. And so we'll miss a lot of what's being said because of some of the rhetoric being used, sometimes some of the tone, some of the words being used. You know what I'm saying? People will be deceiving us by using flattering words. You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes that can be very, very hard to decipher and split apart. When somebody's flattering you, but they're also lying to you at the same time. Like, for example, somebody telling you you're pretty so that you lose focus, or so that you start focusing on your beauty as opposed to your actions. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody telling you that you're really, really smart, so you're now focused on the fact that you're very, very smart instead of watching for areas where you are slacking. You get what I'm saying? So you got to be careful sometimes. Direct contact with people is probably a little easier to figure out when you're being deceived. It's easier to ask questions when somebody's in front of you. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to ask certain questions or to steer a conversation in a certain way to where a person is being evasive. You know what I'm saying? If I'm asking you about something in this lane of questioning, but you for some reason keep diving off into some other lanes, that means you're trying to get away from the questioning. And so that's definitely a sign of deception. But is that a sign of deception? Maybe that's a sign of somebody just being uncomfortable socially. A lot of people aren't, especially now, a lot of people just don't have those experiences where they get to exercise themselves socially. And so sometimes they'll be in situations that are awkward socially. and they'll exhibit behaviors that look like triggers to us or that look like flags to us, but may not necessarily be that. You know, it may not necessarily be that. You ask somebody some questions, some direct questions, and they get nervous and, you know, maybe stumble a little bit. You know, maybe their memory's not so good. You know, is that a sign of deception? Or could it be a sign of pressure? Somebody feeling some pressure, you know, and that could be, don't necessarily mean this bad thing if they feel pressure. And so now all of a sudden they're stuttering over their words. It could be that they're not used to answering questions under this type of duress, you know, under this type of pressure. You know what I'm saying? The cops showing up to your door and asking you questions versus me asking you a question are two different lanes of pressure. You get what I'm saying? So that's a good example of what I'm saying, how sometimes, you know, in one setting, that behavior looks another way than it does in another setting, you know? So that may not necessarily be a red flag all the time. You know, sometimes somebody not being forthcoming may be them. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. Could be them protecting you. Could be them trying to not incriminate you. You know, could be them not trying to put you in harm's way. Could be. But if you had enough experience with people, you know that most of the time, that's probably some bullshit and somebody's being deceptive to you. You know what I'm saying? If you're asking them something and they refuse to answer, or if you ask them a question and they answer it indirectly, so they got to bring up all this extra shit to explain the one answer that you asked of them. You know what I'm saying? You know how your kids do that, where you ask them a question, did you do this? And they say, huh? Oh, you know what I'm saying? Or you ask them a certain question like, where did y'all go? Who was y'all with? How did this happen? How did that happen? Well, this, and this, and then this, and then this, and then this. And then this happened. So they got to layer all this other stuff in front of it before you actually get to the fact that this is the action that happened. So sometimes people can be forthcoming or less than forthcoming because they really are just lying to you, you know. And I hate to say this, but to err on the side of caution, most people are probably lying to you. I'm just being honest. Most people are probably lying to you. And this is what I mean by that. Because in lying to you in one way or another. And this is why we're living in a social media age where your visibility is currency. Your visibility gives you the right to say people watch me, or people take time out of their day to give to me. That's literally what you're saying. And so that becomes monetary at certain levels. You know, that also becomes credit at certain levels. You know, if you, for example, want to get on another person's podcast, chances are they're going to ask, well, what's your viewership like? What's your following? You know, what numbers are following you? Now, truth be told, you can have thousands and thousands of followers, but does that mean they really, really follow you, or they just click the button that said follow and you just pop up on their timeline from time to time? You know, are they really engaged, or is this just a press button type of thing? You know, and that right there is also deception. Numbers. You know, we look at numbers and we think, oh, wow, that means something, like streaming numbers. You know, for artists, you all know streaming numbers don't mean shit. So because people make farms to stream shit 24/7 so they can run up the numbers. But the numbers are really just showing they're distraction, they're deception. You know, it's to overvalue a product, or to overvalue a service, or to overvalue music or artists, or whatever the case is. It's pure deception. And so some of the red flags you may get from talking one-on-one with somebody and you pick up deception are going to be different than you being online and trying to decipher deception through what you're seeing and reading. You know what I'm saying? Pictures, for example. We see pictures all day long, and we sometimes don't question whether or not they're real or not. But then right behind that, we'll see a picture that we know is fake. We know it's doctored up, but it's funny. It's funny. So we like it, we laugh at it, and then we share it. Right? But then the next picture pops up and it's another person. You know, we think it's real. And so then the next picture is something we know is obviously fake. But then the next picture is something that kind of blurs the line a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So we're not quite sure whether it's real. We're not quite sure if it's fake. But because we've already been through this rigmarole of on, off, being trained through social media, we won't second guess the image. You know, so we'll be deceived willingly sometimes. Sometimes we'll be deceived because we lack the attention. We lack the awareness that we need, you know? So for example, I see a lot of videos and like AI videos, and you can tell that they're AI generated because the mouth and the words don't match. So the person will be talking and then the words aren't matching what's coming out of their mouth, and their mouth is moving a certain way, and then the words are saying this other shit. And it's like, wait a minute, that's bullshit. That's a fake video. That's not a real fucking video. That person's not saying that. You know, and I've seen it with celebrities, where a celebrity like Steve Harvey, I've seen commercials where Steve Harvey would be advertising something, and they'll show a picture of Steve Harvey on this show, and you'll hear the words talking, but if you look very closely at the mouth, you'll see that the mouth and the gestures aren't matching. Something's been changed in that video, so you'll be able to spot the deception there. You know, so being online is a little bit different than talking to somebody in person. You know, in person, you got body language, you got vibes, you can talk to a person, you can ask certain questions, you can pin them mentally in certain places where you can see what they're thinking and watch their bodies react like somebody who's lying, and you know you got them in a lie, so you ask them more and more questions that corner them, and then they have nowhere to go, and suddenly their body language changes. You can see those physically. But when you're online, or you're talking to somebody online, or you're dealing with people online, that may not always be very easy to detect. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're taking things for a grain of salt. You know, we're not privately investigating each and every person we encounter online, or each and every person we interact with online. You know, we just take it for granted that this is a person who took the time out to make a profile, and now they're active in posting things and interacting with other people in the world. We don't necessarily think that that's a fake person. We don't necessarily think that that person is a bot, or that person may be a spy, or that person may work for an organization or a business that is gathering information through social interactions. We don't really think about that. You know, we don't think about the fact that there are groups and organizations at work actively pumping false narratives and fake information into our societies and into our day-to-day interactions all the fucking time. Like all the time. It ain't even funny. If you really stop and thought about it, if you really stop to pick it apart, you might feel a certain way. Just being honest, you might feel a certain way about certain shit because it's a whole program. The whole program. And if you're not aware of it, you'll fall right into it and just basically follow your programming. You know, you won't ask questions. You won't question things you see. You won't question the things that you hear, you know? And that's part of the programming. Get us to not pay attention to small things. Get us to start doing shit like not being able to say kill or death. Now you gotta say shit like unalive. Like where the fuck did unalive come from? Unalive? Why the fuck is unalive a word? That's not even that. Unalive was never a fucking word past 5 years ago. Unalive? Who? Now all of a sudden we gotta say unalive. Now all of a sudden the word killing can't be, you know, it's blurred out in certain videos and shit. It's stupid. You know, it's stupid. But you can't say certain words, but then you like it's weird that we can't use the words that we created to explain the things that we're talking about. So you can't say rape, for example. You can't say rape or sexual assault because now we gotta say SA. Why the fuck do we have to say SA? You know what I'm saying? Why can't we say rape? Why can't we say sexual assault? Those are the words that we created to explain those things. Why can't we use them? Those words are being used in legal documentation. They're used in the law. Why can't we use those words socially? You know, again, it's programming. So this is a weird thing going on where they're telling us we can't use certain words, but then they're allowing certain words to be said all the damn time. They're showing us videos and different things in a capacity and at a rate that's really, really ridiculous. It's ridiculous because we're being programmed visually all the time. You know, imagine being in a concentration camp and they got you tied and strapped into a chair and they got you in front of a TV, a black and white TV, and all they do is show you images all day long. Literally, that's what's happening to us, except ours got color. Ours got color, and we got different places we can go to get them. So we don't see it the same way, but it's literally the exact same thing happening. All these images and these suggestions and these images, these ideas get pumped into our head and across our screens 24/7. We don't always realize that we're being deceived in a lot of ways, you know, and you add to that the human element of needing things, like needing closeness, needing companionship, needing love, needing attention, needing to be heard, needing to express yourself, you know, needing to communicate with somebody, you know. Then you throw those needs in there and you can really get fucked up. You really get played with. Now you can get robbed, you can get murdered, you can get people who can get you to do certain things because they're pulling at certain mental and emotional strings within you. You know what I'm saying? So it can turn real crazy out here if you're not aware of some of these signs of deception. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not strong enough or bold enough to actually challenge them and ask questions. You know, ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask somebody more questions. If you need to know, ask. If you have a suspicion, ask. If there's a gray area, ask. If there's a dark area, ask. If you think you know, ask. Ask. Open your mouth and ask. Because these are the things that, again, will shine that light on any deceptions, or at least let you know whether you tripping. Sometimes you might be paranoid. You've been hurt a few times, and so now your radar is extra sensitive. So everything everybody does is seen through a lens of protecting yourself and being defensive. You know what I'm saying? So everything is always somebody attacking you. That could be an issue with you that you need to deal with. You know what I'm saying? But at least if you ask the questions, you're putting forth triggers that can trigger more thought. You know what I'm saying? So if you never question whether it's you, you'll never address you. But the minute you question, is it me? Now you get to go and say, oh, well, let me see if it's me. You know, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. Let me see what else it could be. All because you questioned yourself. So the same thing goes for when you question things outside of yourself. You know, all you need is to ask that question. If you feel like it's deceptive, ask. You know, if you feel like they lying to you, ask them. Don't sit back and just be like, I don't want the argument. No, fuck that. Have the argument. Have the argument. If you feel like somebody's lying to you, have the fucking argument. I mean, it's better for you to feel stupid for bringing it up and at least clearing the air than it is for you to sit back, holding it in, feeling it, thinking it, but still letting it happen over, you know, over time. Then you get to a place where you now start to resent yourself, because if you'd have stopped it then when you knew about it, if you'd have stopped it then when you seen it, when you knew you should have said something, and you didn't, you bit your tongue and said you wanted to keep the peace. So now you kept the peace, but that's built up resentment in you. So now when you finally do decide, you know, fuck this, I'm finna say something, now you destroy everything. And you may not even be coherent in doing so, because now you just built up with emotion. So now it's just about displaying this shit. You know, I just sat back and watched you play in my face. I just sat back and listened to you lie to me all the damn time. I just sat back and analyzed everything you just said, and none of this shit you say makes any sense. You know, I just sat back and even analyzed myself to avoid analyzing you, and I've come up blank. So I'm pointing fingers at myself, trying to make sure I'm not just blaming you. Maybe it's me, and I'm coming up empty, so it is you. But I didn't say shit. Now when I decide to finally say something, now it's just about revenge. It's not even about fixing this shit. It's about really destroying it, breaking it down. So at that point, you kind of have lost a lot of time and energy, you know, when you could have addressed it at the very beginning of it. So don't be afraid to address things with people. If you have issues with somebody, if there's somebody or something where you feel like it's lying to you, it's not telling you the truth, your kids do it all the damn time. But we give our kids the benefit of the doubt because we feel like the world is hard and we don't know what they're going through because they're living in a different generation. So we don't want to pile on them. Truth of the matter is, we need to question the dog shit out of our kids. Question the fuck out of them. Put them under that heat. Put them under that heat so that they understand, well, shit, if I lie about this, they're going to feel it. They're going to see it. as opposed to feeling like they can get away with every goddamn thing because you never question them. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way they really sharpen their mindset to understand that being forthcoming and actually being truthful is better than being deceptive. Because if you're more deceptive, chances are you deceive a lot of other people too. So all you did was triple and double down on the bullshit. You know, whereas if you were truthful about it, you at least can gain an audience. People will give you an ear if you're telling the truth. When they feel like you're full of shit, they ain't giving you the time of day. They won't even give you the time of day to lie to them. You know what I'm saying? So it's very, very important that you do build a character that's built on truth and not deception. You know what I'm saying? And also be careful with people who carry themselves in deceptive manners. You pick up on it. They tell you they're going to do something. They don't do it. Okay, cool. One time, it's okay. Second time, maybe some things happen. But then the third and fourth time, now it's starting to look like a pattern that I can't ignore and I'm not going to ignore. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to, keep that in mind, All right, I ain't going to hold y'all. Let's go ahead and get to this music real quick. Get back to this music. Shout out to the Shop Biz. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see Whoa Boy in the building. What up, Whoa Boy? What's going on, man? I see Johnny Boyd in the house. What up, Johnny? Thanks for tuning in, brother. Appreciate you, man. I see Solo from the Heights is in the building, man. And shout out to the boy Quality. Shout out to Quality in the house, man. Yeah. I see you, Shoptalk. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. Listen, let's get off into this music real quick. We're going to come on back and we'll get into this last topic. And then we're going to close on out, okay? I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Once again, Get This D R&B Thursday nights. Much love. Much love, all right? Let's get it. What we finna go with, though? You know what? Let me see if I got that. Whoa Boy. And where is it at? Let me see if I got that Whoa Boy. Where is it at? Yeah, let's do that. Let's go with it. Baduism, man. Shout out to the boy, Whoa Boy, man, featuring the boy Love Jones. Capone Love Jones. Shoptalk 7, Get This D R&B Thursday nights. Let's go.
Badu. You my Badu. Badu. You my Badu. They just wanna play, but you understand the way. I love you and all the little things that you do and everything in between that makes you do like I do. And you ain't gotta sneeze for a nigga to bless you. Long as he hits your knees and pray for me like I do. And we ain't jump no bones, but you know that I do care for you. Always there for you. Don't need no spare for you because you're sparing me from all that heartache and heartbreak that being in love could bring. Kisses like summer breeze, gently caressing me. I'm your tree, you're my leaves. Without you, I can't breathe. Your energy I need. Please say you'll never leave. Yes, it's true. Me for you, I call you Badu.
Most intellects do not believe in God, but they fear us just the same. They just want to play and dance up in the sun, but they cannot stand the rain.
I never knew love like this. The same lips she kisses, the same kiss you miss and miss. It's not that you controlling me, but you're controlling me when you're holding me and loving me totally, globally, socially, emotionally, psychologically, physically. Look what you did to me. It's killing me. You here with me. Are you hearing me? Are you feeling me? I call you Badu.
Most intellects do not believe in God, but they fear us just the same. They just want to play and dance up in the sun, but they cannot stand the rain. They just wanna play, but cannot stand the rain.
They cannot stand the rain. Shout out to the girl Naomi G. Square One. Get this R&B Thursday nights. Let's go.
I'm better than I've been. Trying to lead up for my niggas and my kids. Manifest my life for every room that I walk in. I lost my mind, then I lost my cool. Only work part-time, I just out of school. Shit ain't happen overnight, don't be acting like you know. Don't remember me, don't remember you, don't remember. I got a balance. So I smoke good, I still have a space. Just drink that boy into my body. Come check this fucking, I lay it free running. Yeah, stepping on 10, yeah, 10 on my toe. Niggas be calling like, G, what's the plan? Acting like you got the move, yeah. Show me your bag and I go and collect it. Reminisce to my best and my blessing. Take a break, dance back to the message. Fuck, I know I just went on my yes. Change what's now better than I've been. Now I'm better than I've been. Tryna lead up for my niggas and my kids. Manifest my life for every room that I walk in. I lost my mind, then I lost my cool. Only work part-time, I just out of school. Shit ain't happen overnight, we like you know. Don't remember me, so don't remember you. Don't remember who. It's up, turning chin up on the deal. Tick tock, ooh, running shit, but let me see her. Let me step in with 10 on my body. This shit ain't a hobby, don't mean to offend you. I stay with motion, I probably gon' take off on my gear, release a preview. Enough is enough. I just push it up, yeah, I feel better. All these niggas be calling, I don't answer. Had a gun in my face, I've been changing my way, always leaving the skates. Stepping on 10, yeah, 10 on my toes. Niggas be calling like, you what's the plan? Acting like you got the moves, yeah. Show me the bag and I go and collect it. Reminisce on my best and my blessing. Took a break, dance back to the message. Fuck, I know I just went on my yes. Change boys now, I'm better than I've been. Now I'm better than I've been. Tryna lead a life for all my niggas and my kids. Manifest my life for every room that I walk in. I lost my mind, then I lost my cool. Only work part-time, I just out of school. Shit ain't happen overnight, we like you know. Don't remember me, so don't remember you.
Hey, it's your boy, Cypher, Sick, and you are listening to Shop Talk 7, Media Monics, Get This D, My Radio Chicago. Let's get it.
Shop Talk 7, it's your boy, Get This D. DSmith in the house on another Shop Talk 7, Get This D R&B Thursday nights, man. Yeah. Shout out to the soundtrack and every artist on it, going crazy. Going crazy, man, as usual. Shout out to the boy, Whoa Boy, man. Shout out to Whoa Boy, man. And Capone Love Jones, man. This right here is one of the joints right here. Classic right here. Baduism, man. This right here is a joint. Man, shout out tap into the boy. Whoa Boy, man. Shout out to Whoa Boy, man. Congratulations on doing achievement, man. On the billboards, man. Getting it in. Shout out to bro. For real, for real. Then we hit y'all with Naomi G. Shout out to Naomi G, man. Square One. Shout out to Naomi G and Square One right there, man. I like Naomi G, man. Naomi G is dope as fuck, man. Man, y'all stay tuned for her. She got a lot of shit coming, man. Y'all wait. Make sure y'all tap in, okay? Shout out to the soundtrack and every artist on it, baby. Oh, yeah. All right, let's get into this last subject of the evening. Okay, let's get to this last subject of the evening in shop biz. Okay, what do you consider to be too judgmental? Okay, can judgment really be divorced from choice? All right, now think about that. Think about that. What do you consider to be too judgmental? Okay, now I know everybody. Well, I don't say everybody. The world has this thing with being judged. Which is weird. And I have a weird take on this whole judgment thing. Weird take. I feel like it's very, very difficult to divorce judgment from choice, because in order for you to make a choice, normally there's judgment involved. And so everything human beings do is usually based on judgment of some sort at some level. You know, who you decide to be your friends is a judgment call. You know, how much time you spend with your family because you fuck with them or because you don't is a judgment call. where you decide to live, a lot of times is usually a judgment call. You normally want to live places where you're comfortable, or how you live. Let me say it that way: how you live. You know, that's usually a judgment call. Who you have in your home is probably a judgment call. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that we do. Who you let your kids go hang around. You know, a lot of these things are judgment calls. And so for me, and maybe y'all have a different view on it, you can drop it in the chat. Let me know. For me, it's very, very difficult for me to see where choice is devoid of judgment. You know what I'm saying? Now, there are some things where you react. And I think reaction is probably that gray area where you may not have much, much thought into the choice or much thought into the judgment. You just react or respond. You know what I'm saying? But then again, that's a judgment. You know, because you're judging how you're going to respond to it. So even if it's a split second thing, like if somebody starts shooting and you decide to go running, right? If you decide to run, that's still a reaction and that's still a judgment. You're judging, like, you know what I'm saying? You made the choice to run, but your choice on running was based on your judgment that ducking wasn't efficient enough or wasn't sufficient enough. Does that make sense? Maybe that makes a little bit more sense. The fact that you chose to shoot back, you chose to load up your weapon and shoot back. You know, that's a judgment call. You get what I'm saying? You made the choice to shoot back, but that choice was based on a judgment. You know, who you decide to sleep with. Sometimes we use bad judgment when it comes to that. I am guilty of it. I've done it too. You know, choosing where you go and who you go with. Sometimes it's a bad judgment call. You know, but again, these are choices that are based on judgment. So for me, it's hard for me to divorce how a person makes a choice from what they chose to, from the judgment that they used to choose the choice. You get what I'm saying? So me personally, and maybe, like I say, I'm open to other interpretations, but for me, I really don't think it's very easy to detach judgment from choices, you know? And so people don't want to be judged for their choices, but people choose to do things. Like, you chose to do it. So why is it that that's not up for judgment? I don't understand. Like, if, for example, if I chose to run outside right now butt naked, it's cold. We in Chicago. It's cold as fuck outside. It's probably 20-some degrees maybe. It's under 30. It's probably under 30 or around 30. And I decided to run outside ass naked. I'm running, you know. I'm running, but I'm ass naked outside. Is it wrong for people to stare at me? Is it wrong for people to notice me? Is it wrong for people to notice me and have questions? You know, is it wrong for people to look at me and just assume that I got mental issues? Would that be wrong? And again, this is a judgment call. These people making judgments about me that they didn't stop and talk to me. They didn't ask me what was going on. They didn't ask me if I just got kicked out of my house. They didn't ask me what my clothes were. They didn't stop to offer me warmth or anything. These people just see me ass naked running outside and they assume I'm crazy. Are they wrong for that? Would they be wrong? So again, I feel like sometimes we get to these conversations where it's kind of stupid to even argue. And again, I'm trying my best not to shit on other people's ideas and views, but when it comes to making a judgment or when it comes to making choices, which we all do, that requires judgment. You know, and to say that, you know, don't judge me, it's like that. I understand where people don't want their choices or their circumstances to be judged. But your decisions and your actions from those circumstances are definitely up for question, because those come out of you, and those are also examples of your character, what type of character you have. You know, so if you had 5 opportunities to do something, to take the high road or take the low road, and out of the 5 opportunities, 4 of them you took the low road, that is going to come into judgment. That should come into judgment. Same way, if you took the 5 opportunities and took 4 of them, went to the high road, but that last one went to the low road. You know, depending on what that last one is, it could probably cancel out the other 4. But there is something to be said for that pattern. There is something to be judged there. If you went to court, they're going to ask you about your past. Your past is going to come up. Why? Because it's a matter of judgment. We can judge who you are right now based off of shit that you did back then. And whether or not or we can judge whether or not you've actually changed from back then. Because it's possible you changed. It's possible that you were fucked up back then, or it's possible that you were in a situation back then that caused you to act or behave a certain way. But now you're different. And this is evidence of that change. Again, these are judgments. So I think people sometimes get sensitive when it comes to the word judgment because they don't want to be condemned. You know what I'm saying? And I think judgment and condemnation are kind of, they're on the same block, but they're around the corner from each other. You have to turn a corner to get to condemnation. You can make a judgment, but you got to turn the corner to make it a condemnation. You know what I'm saying? And I think a condemnation comes into more of a declaration of your of what you're owed. You know what I'm saying? So I'm condemning you to 40 years in prison. I'm condemning you to the electric chair. I'm condemning you to exile. You know what I'm saying? It's like my judgment is based off of my judgment of you and what you've done. These are the appropriate disciplinary actions. These are the appropriate responses to you and your actions. So that's the condemnation to me. I don't necessarily think that's judgment, but it is based off of judgment again. You know, so I don't think we can really divorce choice and judgment. I think both of those are hand in hand. And when people don't want to be judged, they should probably make, you know, better decisions, or decisions that they feel comfortable explaining later. You know, like I don't want to kill somebody and then later on be like, oh shit, I really didn't have to kill them. I didn't have to do anything. It was a misunderstanding. I really didn't have to do anything. I just kind of lost it. Now I'm looking stupid. As opposed to the person attacked me. You know, I tried to run, but I didn't have my phone. They cut the phone lines, whatever the case is, you know. Then you have some justification. You know, you got a leg to stand on. So, yeah, just trying to say, man, I don't know. Think about that for a second, man. Think about that. Are you too judgmental? You know, do you judge other people who judge as much as you do? No, that's not it. There it is. Do you judge people as much as you judge? I'm just saying. Just think about it. Do people judge you as much as you judge others? You know, think about that for a second, man. And once again, drop your comments in the chat. Shout out to everybody tuning in, whether you guys are tuning in on Facebook, YouTube, StreamYard, the Roku app. Hitting us up at www.supportdistrictradio.com/stations/Chicago, or whether you guys are tapping in at the SDR app for the iPhone or the Android, man. Y'all know what it is. Shoptalk 7. We up top, but we get down. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Much love. What's up? Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow night for Review Friday. Friday reviews, man, with the boy Cypher 6. 43rd. Gonna be in the building tomorrow night, man. So make sure y'all send your music in for a peer-to-peer review. All right. We're gonna be reviewing. We got sometimes we got other personalities that come through. We got other artists that come through, producers that come through and review music with us. So make sure y'all tap on into the bro, okay? And we'll see y'all next week, man. Shoptalk 7, GetThisD, R&B Thursday nights. Once again, man, shout out to the bro, Media Monics. Shout out to the bro, Media Monics, man. Get well soon. Rest up. Y'all send y'all prayers. Y'all send your cards, send your flowers, send your calls, your text messages, your smoke signals, your messenger pigeons, you know what I'm saying, your carriers, whatever it is, man. Send it to your bro. Show your bro some love, man. Shout out to the bro, Media Monics, man. We love you. Stay tuned and get well soon, man. Rest up, okay? We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We finna get up out of here. Shout out to the girl. Ooh. Where we at? Shout out to Monique the singer, man. Let's get up out of here. Sounds of love, man. Let's go.
Hey, what's going on? What you doing? Come to the park with me. The park? What? Girl, just be ready. I'm finna come pick you up. Okay. All right. Okay, cool.
Say trap.
Baby, when I'm with you, all I wanna do is just kiss you. It's like I'm on cloud nine, wrapped up in your love like we're entwining. Sexual healing, touching and feeling, boy, you're a whole vibe. I don't think you know what you do to me. Check it. You make me feel like no other. Out in the open, don't care who sees us. And it's killing me when you leave me. One thing for sure, you gotta know. Shut the whole city down. It's giving loyalty, baby. You come for me when no one is around. You're a one in a million. Them other niggas just typical. You hold the key to my heart. Don't fuck it up. Tell me what's up. You make me